Hey Yoshi, just to have your first Cactus League start, seems like velocity things were in a really good spot. How did you feel in this one?
今日カクタスリーグオープン戦1戦目でしたけどどうでしたか？
しっかり、自分の投球ができたと思いますし、ヒットは打たれながらになりましたけど、今日無事登板ができたということはすごく良かったと思います。
Although I allowed a couple hits, but I believe because I could do what I wanted to do, and then that was great. I finished on my first game complete.
What are you looking to do with the kind of next steps as you continue to build up and get ready for that opening day in Tokyo?
東京に向けて次の登板、オープン戦の登板って何かこういうの試したいとかありますか？
少しずつ、イニングも増えていくと思いますし、今日は、狙ったところに決められなかった、ボールも何球かあったので、そういったところをしっかり調整して、公式戦に向けて、少しずつステップアップしていけたらなと思います。
I think I throw a couple more innings as I go deeper into the Cactus League. Spring training game, and then I'd like to try a couple different things, get myself ready towards Tokyo games in Tokyo.
You were talking a lot with Blake Snell after your outing. Just can you give us a little insight into that conversation and how valuable it's been now having him as a teammate and someone to talk to?
今日、マウンド降りた後にブレックスネル投手とちょっといろいろ話されてたみたいでしたけど、今日何を話してたのかっていうのと、彼みたいなピッチャーが同じチームにいるっていうことはどういう感じですか？
はい、今日は、細かい技術の話を、してたんですけど、スネルとは最近、朝ごはんを結構毎日一緒に食べたりして、野球の話だったり、いろんな話を、してもらって、そういった素晴らしい選手と一緒にできるのはすごく、嬉しいことだなと思います。
So after I came out of the game, we were talking about some like a little bit details about the mechanical thing, and then having a pitcher like him is great for me. And then recently, because we have a breakfast together every morning, and then he's awesome.
Obviously, Jerry, it's very early in the spring, but Yoshinobu Yamamoto, he goes an inning and 2/3. He throws 27 pitches, couple of strikeouts. What did you think of his first one out there today?
I thought it was extremely solid. Believe it or not, pitchers, I remember talking to Josh Beckett, I know Kirsch at times, they want to be able to pitch from the stretch, want to be able to pitch with runners on base so they can really kind of lock in and really start to use their secondary pitches. That's the most important thing. The secondary pitches, it seemed like it was sharp. Here, this is a breaking ball, but this is not hit too hard. Credit the hitter with a base hit, but all in all, when he got into some trouble, the stuff was there, and that's the most important thing. One more time. It's his first start Cactus League play. It's all about making sure he continues to find his rhythm with his delivery, make sure he's got command of all his pitches, and he's ready to go that very first night in Japan. Even though he's his second year in the big leagues, he's a veteran pitcher. He's been doing it for a long time, and he's pitched well for a long time. So first outing, I would give it a B+.
But they're all very important outings because he will only have 3 more starts before he gets the ball in Japan. One of the storylines this spring is who's going to hold down the 5th spot in the Dodgers rotation to start the year. Bobby Miller is one of the candidates, but he's coming off a really rough season, Jerry. He arrived in camp. You had a chance to talk to him. Very eager to show that he's putting 2024 behind him. But today it lasted just 2 batters, and it was a scary scene taking a line drive off the head.
Extremely scary scene. Hopefully Bobby Miller is okay. 106 off the bat of Michael Busch. He walks the first hitter. Hitter steals the base, and here, breaking ball, squared up, and Michael Busch hits a rocket, like I mentioned, 106 miles an hour. And here's the thing. Anytime you see a pitcher get hit, you're hoping if he does get hit, it's a glancing blow. This is squared up. Yeah. And I know Bobby really well. He is as tough as it gets. One more look at it. It squares him up. Thankfully, he was able to walk off the field and walk back into the clubhouse under his own power. Once again, he is a tough kid. We're hoping that he's going to be okay. I'm sure they're going to go through some precautionary measures, concussion protocol. I know they'll do that. Most important thing is his health. Hopefully be okay.
Yeah, you could tell that Michael Busch was also concerned immediately off the bat. You could tell that it hit Bobby Miller right in the head, and those guys were former teammates in the Dodgers minor league system. Right now, let's head back to Arizona and hear from the skipper, Dave Roberts, with Kirsten Watson.
Bobby Miller, just obviously how scary seeing him go down. He was able to walk off the field, and just from talking to Max Muncy, it did sound like he at least knew where he was, things like that. Have you received an update on how he's doing and what this just means for him this spring training, as he's really been working hard to get back to where he wants to be?
Well, I think certainly it was a very scary moment. From what I've gathered, he's going to be under concussion protocol. We'll keep an eye on him tonight. I don't know what that means as far as going forward. Certainly, it's somewhat of a setback. We got to make sure that he feels okay going forward. I don't know how long this protocol lasts, but again, very scary moment. But it was good to see him actually, walk off the field, kind of know where he was at and all that.
Do you have to go anywhere for medical attention or anything like that?
The doctors. I don't think we're getting any X-rays right now. They just felt that it's a concussion, and we're just going to, or concussion potential, and we'll see where we go. But right now, as of now, no.
Was he able to get his glove or hat deflected at all?
It squared him up pretty good. It was kind of the front side of the head, and you can just see the distance that it traveled once it hit. So there was some deflection, but it hit him pretty flush.
Did he say how much pain he was in?
He didn't feel, when I was on the mound, he didn't express any pain.
Dave, he's one of the tougher guys you got. Are you concerned that he may try to do it a little bit too much without getting the medical attention that he needs in the next 24 hours?
Well, I think that not concerned about that in the next 24 to 48 hours. I think he's going to kind of regroup, lay low, and sort of get his wits about him and make sure he's okay. And then after that, Lord willing, he's fine. Then I think that we'll have the conversation because he's going to want to get back out there.
How did Yamamoto look?
I thought Yoshinobu looked good. It was good to get him back out there through that second inning. I thought it was good. It was a good work day for him. I thought the command was pretty good. He used his entire pitch mix, so I thought a positive day for him. And, after that, it just wasn't really good.
Seeing Hae-Sung in a game setting, what were your takeaways just from him today?
From who?
Hae-Sung Kim.
I thought it was good. I think even today, coming in, knowing he was going to play a game, I thought the focus was a little bit better. Was good, not just better, just good. I thought he had a good game, and so it was just good to get his feet wet a little bit in a big league ball game.
What are your impressions of the ABS?
Yeah, it was good. I think it's actually a pretty good system. Obviously, trying to figure out how many challenges makes the most sense in a major league ball game, but those guys certainly used it, I think, 2 or 3 times today. I like it because, especially in a big spot, you want to get the call right.
So for the first time since October 30th, when the Dodgers were winning the World Series at Yankee Stadium, we have actual baseball highlights. Your Dodgers in action, the first Cactus League game of the spring with Yoshinobu Yamamoto getting the ball against the Cubs. Top of the first, Vidal Brujan, strikeout victim to start it.
And there's that split right there. It looks like a fastball, then darts at the very last minute. Nasty.
Later in the inning, the Cubs have runners at the corners, 2 outs, strikeout of Nicky Lopez.
Now here's a fastball. I don't know if they were trying to throw a cutter, but it had cut action. Anytime you strike out a Naperville Central guy, bonus.
He was throwing some good cutters today. Bottom of the first, Max Muncy at the plate. Cody Poteet's pitch called a ball, and the Cubs challenge it. Reese McGuire, the catcher, tapped on his head, and they get the overturn.
Little John McEnroe action. You cannot be serious. It's a strike.
Top of the second, still scoreless. Reese McGuire grounds to Mookie Betts, handles that.
Love that play. That's a tough play, especially with the English off that mound. Good manos from Mookie.
With 2 outs, Gage Workman slaps one the other way off of Yamamoto, and that would be it for Yamamoto's day. Inning in 2/3.
Tip your hat right there, going the other way.
He's all smiles, pleased with the way he threw the ball in his first Cactus League start. Bottom two, Eddie Rosario, Jerry. This is like the 2021 NLCS all over again.
Yeah, breaking ball 0-2. This is a gift as a hitter. Hanging breaking ball 0-2. Great swing from Eddie. We saw it a few years back. Stays on it. Great swing. I tell you what, he could be a guy who can come off the bench and provide some thump from the left side. Great first impression.
Two batters later, runner on for Hunter Fiducia. He's got himself a knock.
Nice swing there by Hunter. He knew he could hit. I'm sure his confidence coming into this season is sky high after last season.
David Bodie races over to third on the double. Up next, Dalton Rushing, another guy to keep an eye on this spring and this season. That ball goes to the backstop, and David Bodie's going to score.
The Dodgers on the board early, 3-0 early.
But top of the third, Bobby Miller comes in. Brujan had walked, and he swipes second base. So the Cubs have a runner in scoring position against Miller with nobody out. 3 pitches later, Michael Busch right off of Bobby Miller's head.
This is scary. Breaking ball off the bat, 106 miles an hour. You're going to see it again. This squares Bobby up right in the head. On one knee. Again, walking on his own power. That is a great sign.
Later in the inning, it's 3-2 Dodgers. Justin Jarvis facing Reese McGuire. Base hit to right. That's going to score a pair to make it 4-3 Cubs.
Yeah, with 2 strikes, you want that changeup down. It was up. Well, good piece of hitting there.
Cubs would get 6 runs in that top of the third inning. Then in the fourth, nobody on. Moises Ballesteros up the middle, and Mookie Betts on the other side of the bag.
Look at the range right there from Mookie. One thing he will be able to provide is a lot of range. Great athlete. Nice play.
Good stuff from Mookie there. This afternoon, top of the fifth, Justin Robleski facing Christian Franklin. And Zaire Hope coming in makes the diving catch.
Gotta have hope right there. In Espanol, it's Esperanza. Great play off the bat. This is one of the tougher plays for an outfielder. Ball right at you on a line. Tough to judge. Sinking liner makes the play.
You know somebody named Esperanza.
That's right.
Next batter is Gage Workman. He had a good day swinging the bat, and here goes Oppo off of Robo.
That's one thing when you're looking at players, especially if you're a manager. Can they go the other way? He went the other way on a knock. Their home run.
Top 6, Giovanni Gallegos facing Pablo Aliendo. And here's Hope again, this time up against the wall.
Great concentration. You know you're going to get hit by that wall. If you're going to get hit, might as well make the play. Makes the play. Nice job.
Well, nice plays out there in left field by the Dodgers' young prospect. They lose, though, 12-4 the final. Yamamoto got those 5 outs, gave up 3 singles, but no runs, struck out 2. And that 2021 NLCS MVP Eddie Rosario homered his first at-bat. Bobby Miller had to leave the game after facing just 2 batters, hitting the head. Max Muncy, 1 for 2. And David Bodie cut loose by the Cubs last November. He went 2 for 2 against his former team. Meantime, Shohei Ohtani still isn't quite ready for game action this spring, but he's getting closer. And this morning, Shohei gave us an update to Kirsten and the media.
Shohei, you've had now 2 bullpens these last few days. Just how did those go for you, and how much of a step forward was that for you?
前回もそうですね、引き続きいい強度では投げれたので、次回のブルペンでもう少しもうワンステップ強度上げれたらいいんじゃないかなと思ってます。
I was able to throw with pretty good intensity my last 2 bullpen sessions, so I want to be able to step it up a little bit more with the intensity for my next bullpen session.
It looked like in between pitches you were going back, looking at whether it was footage, whether it was just getting some feedback. What are you looking for during your bullpens that are showing you that you are progressing in the right direction?
いろいろデータ映像を見てましたけども、何か特別に見ていることとかありますか？
ボールとのフィーリングというか、自分が投げてる感覚となんていうんですかね、フィードバックをもらった時のデータの一致がどういうふうに一致してるかっていうのが大事かなと思うので、今のところはいい感じで来てますし、さっき言いましたけどもうワンステップ上げた時にまたデータがどういうふうにブレるのかなっていうのをチェックしていきたいなと思ってます。
It's really matching the feel and the real aspect of it, just being able to confirm, see if there's any differences. So now, once I increase the intensity, I want to be able to see if there's any major differences in the reel and feel.
Your both bullpen sessions, you're thrown out of the full windup, and when you pitched for the Angels, it was always the stretch. Is that something you're going to carry into the games, and why the change?
ちょっとワインドアップで結構投げてるのと、まあ、何辺も違いましたけど。
まあ、特になんかこうなんでしょうね、まあ、常にそうですけど変化を求めていきたいなとは思っているので、まあ、その中でここメジャーに来てからワインドアップでずっと投げてますけどワインドアップじゃないセットで投げてますけどまあ、自分の中で、まあ、常に変化、まあ、バッティングもそうですよね変化を求めたいなとは思っているのでその中の一つかなと思います。
Yeah, traditionally I've been throwing from the stretch a lot, but as part of being a baseball player, I do want to explore just different options, different avenues to see if I could grow as a player. I do that on the pitching side as well as a hitter.
Will you do that in games?
まあ今のところはその予定では考えてますけど、まあ、また、まあ、さっき言いましたけどまた何ていうんですか強度が上がった時にどういう反応が来るのかによって、まあ、決めたいなとは思ってます。
That's my plan. But again, with increasing the intensity, I do want to see how the body respond, how I respond to it. So yes, as of now, that's the plan.
So Dave Roberts did reveal the top 4 guys he's going to go with in the batting order, and it's not a surprise. You have Shohei leading it off, led the league in on-base percentage, slugging, OPS, homers, RBIs, runs scored. Pretty much you get the idea there. But he's going to be followed by Mookie Betts again, the World Series MVP Freddie Freeman. And then Teoscar Hernandez hit that career-high 33 bombs, won the home run derby, and was an all-star for the second time in his career. And when Shohei moved to that leadoff spot after Mookie was injured on June 17th, the season really took off as a Dodger. Hit .310 from that leadoff spot, 35 home runs, 54 RBIs, 84 RBIs, Jerry, I should say, the rest of the way. It seems like the right thing to do, though, to have Shohei first, then Mookie, Freddie, Teo, the way we saw it last year for most of the season against lefties.
If it ain't broke, why fix it, right? I mean, obviously, when you have the big show, and I love the fact that he's that leadoff hitter because it allows him, and he makes him more aggressive on fastballs. Behind him is Mookie Betts. We know what he can do. Fab Five Freddie, I think, is the perfect 3-hole hitter, and then Teoscar Hernandez, who's a tremendous run producer, hit lefties as well as righties. These first 4 did tremendous damage, especially in the second half of the season, and they will continue to do so. So I love this lineup. Listen, Dave Roberts understands, you know what? We won a World Series this way. There's no need to change it. Big Show, Mookie, Freddie, Teo.
Oh, and then you've got Muncy, and then you've got Tommy Edman, and you've got Will Smith. You've got a lot of guys. Pretty long, good lineup.
If there's one guy who has an argument hitting the 4-hole, it's Tommy Edman, because we know what Tommy Edman did in the 4-hole.
Especially against lefties.
Yes, so he'll see the 4-hole against lefties.
All right, Cactus League play. It is off and running. There will be a baseball game on our network 17 of the next 18 days. Tomorrow, the Dodgers and Cubs once again, this time in Mesa. We will have highlights and reaction on Access Sportsnet Dodgers for every weekday game all spring long. We will see you tomorrow at noon.
大谷翔平とドジャース、2025年に向けた新たな挑戦。歴史的な5-0クラブの達成。史上初の3度目の満票 MVP。そしてワールドシリーズ制覇。大谷翔平の2024年は、まさに夢のようなシーズンだった。しかし、彼とドジャースの旅はまだ終わっていない。むしろ、ここからが本当の戦いの始まりだ。スプリングトレーニングでは、大谷がバッティング練習を再開し、復帰に向けて順調な歩みを見せている。肩の違和感はまだあるものの、ほぼ思い描いた状態に近づいている。と語る彼の表情には、自信と決意が感じられた。ドジャースの一員として、また新たなシーズンに挑む大谷の姿を見るのが今から楽しみでならない。さらに、今シーズンからは佐々木朗まれという新たな才能が加わった。彼の初ブルペンには多くのメディアが集まり、その注目度の高さを証明した。初日は、思うように投げられなかった。としながらも、分厚い才能とメジャーへの適応力の高さを見せつけた佐々木。ドジャースのピッチングコーチ陣、そして大谷、山本といった日本人エースたちのサポートを受けながら、彼がどのように成長していくのか、期待が高まるばかりだ。そしてブレイク、スネルも新たにドジャースに加わり、ワールドシリーズ連覇を狙うチームにさらなる厚みをもたらす。私は殿堂入りを狙っている。と語るスネルの野心と、クレイトン、カーショーのそばで学びたいという姿勢は、まさに本気度マックス。彼がドジャースのユニフォームを着てマウンドに立つ日が待ち遠しい。もちろん、 昨年のワールドシリーズでチームを支えたキケ、ヘルナンデスやブレイク、ト来年も再びチームに合流し、2025年のドジャースはさらに盤石な体制に、彼らの経験と勝者のメンタリティが、チーム全体の士気をさらに高めてくれることは間違いない。去年の歓喜を、今年も、大谷翔平が語ったように、昨シーズンの成功はすでに過去のもの、次のシーズンに向けて準備をすることが大切だ。と、彼とドジャースの戦いは、まだまだ続く。2025年も、このチームがどんな奇跡を生み出すのか、目が離せない。そしてあなたも、この歴史的瞬間を一緒に目撃しませんか。ドジャースのシーズンを追いかけ、大谷翔平や佐々木朗まで、スネル、そして全選手たちの活躍を見届けよう。このチャンネルをフォローして、最新情報をお見逃しなく。あなたのコメントも大歓迎。大谷翔平やドジャースに期待すること、見たい試合、そして応援メッセージをぜひコメント欄に残してください。2025年シーズン、さあ行こう。